shine through. Just let your soul, baby, feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow. So glow.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win a Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking clout. If you're raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 It's showtime.
Welcome to Monday Night Uncensored. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the TOP, from the 313. And I will say it, by my side is my main man, my Toucan Sam, the one they call the Apex Man, Mr. Mikey, but he's running late. But I had to say it. I still had to say it. What up, Bills Mafia? Happy playoff victory Monday to all of y'all that's rocking with me tonight, man. What up, man? Are y'all feeling better? Are y'all feeling better? Huh? I know a lot of you guys were feeling a little bit down. Feeling a little bit down how the season went, right? The regular season. And some of you guys were like, oh, man, one and done, Tommy. This team's one and done. They're not going to get past the first round, Tommy. And I said, Bills Mafia, calm down. Why did I say calm down? Because we got a guy on our roster. He happens to be our quarterback. His number 17. His name is Josh motherfucking Allen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's his middle name. And he's a fucking dog. How about that? And as long as you got that dude at quarterback, you have a chance to win every single fucking game, okay? On any given night. I don't give a shit who you're going against. All right, and that's the reason why I was confident enough to say, hold your horses, Bills Mafia. We're not getting spanked. This isn't a for sure thing, one and done. No. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna put up a dog fight, and we're gonna take care of business. And I don't know why, but like my internet or something is choppy tonight, and I apologize if I'm in and out, but let's get to some of your chats, man, real quick. Mikey will be on his way, and y'all know how I am with the chats. I get a little bit behind, because I like to talk and talk like I'm doing right now. What up? Hey. Cali Bills in the building. What up, Cali Bills? 916. California, check it in. That's my dude, Callie. That's my other dude right there, Scott Blakely. What a game it was, man. What a game. Swore brother Jose 716 is Jags team. We just beat the Broncos in Denver. That is absolutely correct. But you know what, though? What happens in the regular season, it means nothing, right? And we proved that Sunday. Didn't we prove that Sunday? Right? When a lot of people were like, oh, who have the Bills played? Who have the Bills beat? Look at the Jaguars. Look, they're on an 8-game winning streak or whatever it was, 7-8 game. And look what they just beat the Broncos, the best team in the AFC. The Bills they're not going to be able to go to Jacksonville and beat the Jaguars, who are rolling hot right now? All right. Okay. Let's see what happens. Look, I don't talk trash, right? I tell people all the time, like, especially other fan bases that come in here and want to start talking that trash, which, hey, all right, okay. But I always tell them, what do I tell them, chat? You guys are in here. I say, look, I'll be here post-game, win or lose, right? And look, you guys are talking that trash, right? I want you to bring that same energy after the game, win or lose, because I'll be able to take it, no problem. But you know what? They never show up. They never show up. They don't. And you know what? Be prepared. Be prepared for Broncos fans, and that's okay. That's all right. And I'll tell them the same thing. All right, guys. All right, Bronco country. We'll talk after the game, but we won't, because you won't be here. You know what I mean? Unless we lose. Now, we lose, you'll be here. Of course you'll be here. You and other fan bases, because, you know, that's the thing, right? The other fan bases love that, right? They want to, you know, that's what gets their rocks off, right? Their team's not in the playoffs. We failed. Oh, let's rub it in. That's the other thing. Steelers defense, no joke. Yeah, but you know what is a joke, Callie? The Houston Texans offense. Right? So, you know, just saying. But yeah, they're giving them a fight. They are definitely giving them a fight. But the problem is the Texans defense is also no joke. And they have kept the Steelers right now to 6 points, 2 field goals. And yeah, this is what I kind of expected, to be honest. A low-scoring game. I had Houston winning. We'll see what happens. But, you know, look, the Texans defense is no joke, you know. And look, the Steelers defense, they're doing their job tonight. Unfortunately, the offense just can't get it together versus that Texans defense. That Texans defense is nasty, man. And for me, how you beat them, or at least how I see you can at least put some kind of points on them, is you got to go up tempo. You have to go up tempo, and, you know, catch them slipping and get them a little bit winded, right? Prevent them from making substitutions. Man, I swear I am like glitchy tonight, guys. If I am, I apologize, man. I see it on my end. I don't know if you guys see it on your end, but I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like, and I don't think it's me. I got really fast internet, so it has to be a StreamYard thing. So if I am glitchy, guys, once again, I apologize, but, you know, I don't think it's my internet, man. Joey, Jaguars pod said if they stop the run, they smoke us. Okay, bet. Yeah, exactly. Now look, that is every team's, that's what every team's going to do, right? Or at least that's what their thinking is, right? When they face the Buffalo Bills. And that's okay. I get it, right? That, you know, in the regular season, right? That's how we kind of got caught up, right? When teams stopped the run, you know, and dared us to beat us through the air, we had trouble. But once again, Sunday's game kind of proved that we still have it. We still can go through the air if we need, and get that job done. You know, I was a little worried, obviously, in the regular season, but I'll tell you what, towards the end there, I started to notice us taking a little bit more shots downfield, right? Which made me feel a little bit better, right? The addition of Brandon Cooks made me feel a lot better as well, right? So, yeah. Let's go Steelers. Yeah, absolutely, Spen. I'm with you. You know, I would absolutely prefer the Steelers to win. But I'll tell you what, man. If the Texans win, boy, they're going to give the Patriots a fight like they never had before, man. They absolutely are. So we'll find out, man. I you know, I'll say go Steelers in this one, but if the Steelers win, you know, I think the Patriots are going to smoke them, to be honest with you. I think if Houston wins, they're going to give fits to the Patriots, man. You saw the Patriots yesterday against a good Chargers team, and boy, you know, if the Chargers offense got anything going in that game, Who knows? Who knows if the Chargers pull off an upset there? But damn, 3 points? I mean, you're not going to do it on 3 points. And the defense did everything they could to keep them in that game for as long as they could. But, man, if all you can get is 3 points, bro, you ain't winning the game. I mean, it's just not happening, right? It's Patrick. Pitt just intercepted it. Yeah, I'm probably behind on the stream a little bit, but yeah, Steelers do have the ball. If Houston wins, it will be a revenge game for Allen. Yeah. But we got to beat Denver first. Absolutely, it's one game at a time, right? Like, I'm not, that's one thing, man. We can't look ahead, right? Like, and look, let's be real, man. Every opponent here every team we're gonna face, which obviously is Denver next. Is going to be a close game. They're all going to be close games. If we get past Denver, whoever we play after that is going to come down to the wire again. I mean, that's just how I kind of feel this is going to go for the Buffalo Bills. And look, I'll tell you what. If that holds true, I'll put my money on the Bills because of Josh Allen. Let's be real, right? Like, if we really think about that game yesterday, right? It came down to what? It came down to both quarterbacks at the very end, right? 2 drives, right? One from the Bills, one for the Jaguars, right? Who's going to be the better quarterback? Who's going to make it happen, right? Josh Allen, on his drive, he made it happen. Touchdown. Jaguars drive, Trevor Lawrence, he did not make it happen. Turnover. Game over. So, yeah, I'll put my money on the better quarterback every time, and that's Josh Allen. Let's be real. How do we lose the Texans? Because we just could not get things going. And I'm telling you now, if we play the Texans again, if we get to that point and they are in the AFC Championship game, boy, Joe Brady better bring a different game plan. He better adjust. He better go up tempo at some point in that game. You have to. You have to keep them from substituting. You have to keep them double guessing. You cannot go on with the same game plan. You cannot do that. If you do, we're going to have probably the same results. I hate to say it, but you have to switch it up. That looked like pass interference a little bit there. They did not call it. To me, it looked like it. Aaron Rodgers wants a call, but they're not getting one. Spin, Tommy, don't sell yourself short on how much you like to talk. You need to add 10 more. You like to talk, and talk. Thank you, Spin. Thank you. We're going to Denver, boys. Now going to need more than 20 points yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. And I have a feeling that Denver game's going to be very similar in the score. It's going to, like, I'll probably wind up predicting pretty much the same score I did in the Jags game, which was 30-26. I think I'm going to go around that range. We'll see Friday night when we do our predictions, but I'm leaning towards that, that number. It's going to be a 3 or 4 point swing either way, but I do expect a close game. I really do. Tommy, how sore do you feel Josh? Oh, how okay. So how sore do I feel that Josh was this morning? Very. But that dude is a machine. Let's be real. Now, of course, he's human, right? He's not the Terminator, right? He's not the Predator, right? Not going up in a tree and, injecting some green stuff to make him feel better. He is human, so I'm sure he went through, he had some morning pain in his body, no doubt about it. I'm sure his knee was not feeling the greatest, but the dude is a tough dude. We got, the NFL, obviously, trainers with, today's medicine and all that good stuff. They're going to make him feel good, right? He's going to feel okay for the game, right? But yeah, he's probably not feeling his best. I'm sure his finger hurt, right? His hand when he hit it on Torrance's helmet. But the dude's constantly getting hurt throughout the season. But look, he has a warrior mentality. He's not going to miss any game. Honestly, he's just not. It's just Josh Allen for you. Spin Cook is no joke for the Steelers defense, but I expect they will be a better plan against our run if we get another go around. Yeah, I'm sure they'll play us different, but you know what? That means we'll have to also adjust. I mean, I'm sure we will try to run Cook like we try to run Cook against the Jaguars, but you have to eventually adjust if that's not working. But I wouldn't go against it just because, they're going to maybe potentially play us different or stack the box. You still got to go with your initial game plan. We are a run-first team, right? So go with what's been working. I'm with that. But Brady will need to adjust at some point, in these games like he did against the Jaguars. And thank God he did, because it didn't start off too hot. It really didn't. So, can Brady keep that going where he's adjusting and getting things working as far as play calling goes, as far as not running the ball on every single first down. You know what I mean? It was great to see late in the fourth quarter. He actually did a play action on first down. He did a fake screen pass that led to a touchdown. Teams that watch our film know what we're doing, right? They know our tendency, right? They know we're a run first team. They know we love screen passes. They know we love short and underneath routes, right? That's when Joe Brady needs to get in his bag and start dialing up different plays, right? Just like he did late in the fourth quarter that led to a touchdown. And I wish he would get to that earlier in games. That's one of my biggest knocks on him as well. But we'll see. He's going to have to. Look, and also, Joe Brady is being watched by a lot of teams right now that are in need of a head coach. Let's be real. They are watching. So Brady needs to put on his best show. So come on, Brady. Jags are a good team. Their strengths was the middle of the field and pass coverage and run defense. I was super impressed with how much production we had from the perimeter with our receivers. Yeah, absolutely. I thought our receivers stepped up big time. And that was a concern of mine going into the playoffs because we really haven't got a lot of production when we needed it from our receivers in the regular season. It was great to see guys like Brandon Cooks, guys like Khalil Shakir, even Keon Coleman got a 35-yard catch, I believe it was. Right? That was great to see. Gabe Davis is out. Obviously, you guys know he tore his ACL. That's not good. I feel for him. I really do. I know some of you guys probably don't give a shit, but look, man, I was always a fan of Gabe Davis. It's never good to see that. It was the same leg injury, same ACL injury he had when he was with the Jaguars. Yeah, man, he's going to be going through some stuff. So prayers are with Gabe, man. He's a good dude. I wish him well. But, we'll see if he can bounce back from this as far as, coming back and playing. But, yeah, I don't know. Now, where was I in the chat? Holy shit, I am probably behind. Funny how I'm gonna read through all the chat and I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. How about that? I'm gonna shut the fuck up as best as I can and get through the chat. All right. Funny how a defense comes along and plays for the playoffs. Yeah. Well, honestly, they've been playing better this past month. So you're good. Okay, I'm good on your end. Okay, very good. I'm just, for some reason, I'm choppy over here. I don't know. McDermott almost gave me a heart attack when he almost didn't challenge on that fourth down. Yeah, bro. He seemed like he took forever, to make his decision. What are you doing, bro? To the very end almost. It's bro, you got to throw that red flag out there, man. But he did. Ultimately, he did, and that's all we wanted. If we stopped the Jags run game, we beat them. Well, we didn't stop the run. I guess we didn't need to stop the run to beat them. They stopped it for us. Spin, that's a great point. I don't know what Cohn was thinking, their head coach. Dude, they were averaging, the one running back, I believe, was averaging over 11 a carry, Tootin. He had 4 for 51, and ATN was averaging what? I don't know, 7 a carry, something crazy like that, 6.7 a carry. But ATN only had 10 carries and Tootin only had 4. Like, dude, 14 carries? You're gashing us in the run? I was really confused on that, but hey, thank you. We'll take it. I don't know what coordinators and coaches, like, what gets in their mind in the course of a game. Why would you go away from something that's working? Like, that bothers the hell out of me. We've done that here as well. We've gone away from things that were working in the course of a game, and it's mind-boggling. I don't get why coordinators do that, or coaches. I don't get it, man. And I don't know if a reporter asked him that. That's a good question. I wonder if a reporter brought that up. I know a reporter told him, some nice things. I don't know if you guys heard about that. That's like a big deal going around. Shady McCoy didn't like it. He thought it was, not the right place to do that. Some people thought it was sweet. So I don't know if you guys heard, but like a reporter basically, told the Jags coach, hey, you did a great job this season. Basically just being like his grandma, You lost your soccer game as a kid, right? You're all upset and you get in the car and grandma gives you some ice cream, tells you're going to be all right and you did a great job and get your appreciation trophy. Like, I mean, basically it was that. It was sweet, but I mean, I kind of get it. Like, look, man, you should be asking questions about the game, but I don't care. It doesn't bother me, right? Like, some people are bothered. It don't bother me. I found it funny, though, but it is what it is. Would you rather they elevate McCall Hardman or Curtis Samuel? Jeez. Honestly, probably Hardman. We'll see what happens, but I think it's going to be Hardman because he can do punt returns. And, Curtis Samuel can't. So I would just prefer the Pats, the Steelers over the Pats, only because Texans will get hits on Allen Moore. That is true. Good point, Spin. I'll tell you what's interesting, too. Damar Hamlin. I wonder if he gets called up because, boy, did our safety Hancock get abused, right? He got picked on. He really did. I like Hancock, by the way. I think he can compete for that safety job in the offseason. But they went right after him, and he didn't have a good game. So very curious if McDermott trusts him and sticks with him, or he goes with the guy he's familiar with and Damar Hamlin. The problem is Damar hasn't played all year, right? Preseason, that's about it, right? So, he'll be sluggish, right? He hasn't played since preseason. You got to factor that in as well. Hancock's been playing, right? Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. But I have a weird feeling he might go with Damar. Also, guys, good news. Ed Oliver is returning back to practice. They're saying it's very possible Ed Oliver could return against the Broncos. So keep an eye on that. Ed Oliver returning, and I honestly didn't think he would return at all. I got to be honest with you guys. So especially with the little setback he had with the knee or something like that. But maybe his recovery speed is a lot quicker, obviously, than we all thought, or at least I did. Texans D is so fast. Yeah, bro, they are just relentless. They are relentless. It's like they have high, like they don't run out of energy. It seems like they like fatigue. They don't get fatigued, right? They just keep going and going. Like the damn Energizer Bunny, right? And these offensive linemen are having a tough time, bro. They cannot. Look at that. Oh, my God. Aaron Rodgers just got nailed, bro. Luckily for the Pittsburgh, they did recover the ball, but they're going to have to punt. It's fourth down. Houston still is up 7-6. But, man, like, this is it. This is what they do. They got freaks over there on that defensive line, and they got good DBs. It's tough. I mean, there's nobody open here. I'm looking right here. Man, that's what makes them tough, man. They got players all over the field on defense. Offensively, though, they're not very good. Like, if you can manage to get some points on their defense, they're beatable. I mean, they've been beaten this year, obviously, right? They have losses. So, like I said, I think the trick with them is you got to go up tempo. You have to mix it up, and I think you got to take more chances against them. You really do. You cannot just play short underneath garbage like we were doing. You can't just be running up the gut with James Cook. They're going to eat you. They're going to eat you alive, man. Right? They are not. They're going to make your day miserable. Right? You have to take some chances. You have to go a little up tempo. That's my opinion. That's how you beat them. I thought the Colts did a great job Week 18 when they and listen. The Texans had their starters in, so don't give me that garbage. They didn't pull their starters out till late in the game. I thought the Colts were taking chances. They were. They had the fake punt. They were throwing the ball deep. They were going a little up tempo at times. Like, they were mixing everything up. Why? Because they had nothing to lose. They had nothing to lose. And for me, man, honestly, if things aren't going right in the course of a game, especially in the playoffs, bro, it's win or go home, man. You got to take a chance. You got to swing for the home run eventually, right? You just have to, right? You just can't keep striking out, right? And just trying to get singles, right? That's how I feel, man. We'll see what happens when we get to that point. But the first game, we got to obviously first things first, and that's Denver Broncos, right? Which is also a very good defense. They're not as good as the Texans, but they're not no joke either. Steelers tackles aren't even getting their hands up. Yeah, they're just getting abused. Let's go Buffalo. What up, man? Christopher, how you doing, brother? MV Trumpet. Hey, Tommy, are we calling in? No call-ins, man. I apologize, dude. I got to figure that. I got to get with Dan, man, on this, because I want to do call-ins like he does it, where it's just audio. People can call in. They don't have to show their face and all that. I can't figure out how to do that on my end, guys. As soon as I do, I'll probably have that open again, where I'll send the link. If you guys watch Dan Mitchell, you know how he does. I'm actually on Monday mornings at 10:30. We have the hotline open up around 11, but it's all audio. Like, there's no, no one's coming on the screen. So I got to figure out how that's done. I got to get with him. But yeah, I'll have that in the future, man. That I'll bring back. Let's see here. First 5 stingers. Deion Spencer, Osiris Torrance, Connor must be 100% prepared to protect Josh. Be more losses, more wild, more free. Denver's first 5 stringers. Yeah, I know. Look, man, Denver has a solid defense. I'm not saying they don't. Like, that's not going to be an easy out. Like, that's going to be another one of those games where we're going to have to adjust. We're going to have to adjust probably a little bit earlier than maybe Brady wants to, but that's just how it's going to have to go. But look, I'll say this. I know their defense isn't quite as, last year's defense isn't quite as good as this year's defense, but they were still a good defense when we played them in the playoffs last year. And I remember a lot of people were saying the same thing. Denver's defense is no joke, and Buffalo hasn't played a defense like Denver. I remember even some national media were picking Denver, right? Even though we were favored, but there were some people that had Denver beating us. And we absolutely did our thing against Denver. So I'm not saying that's going to be the same results because Denver did get a little bit better on defense, but they still had a good defense last year, and we took care of business. So we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. Saturday, actually. I don't know what time. I don't think that's, they put the time out yet, but Saturday we do play them. Give me a minute, guys. I think Mikey... So at work, sorry, it won't be on. All right, well, no Mikey. No Mikey tonight. Just me, man. Mikey got a new gig. Well, it's not new, but he's been with the company now for about a year. But he got promoted. And with the promotion brings, obviously, more work. More work means longer days. Longer days means no podcasts. So you're just stuck with me tonight, man. So... sorry about that. No Mikey tonight. It is what it is, man. All good. All right. Message them. All good. Boy, Brady isn't ready for no head coaching job. I mean, who knows, man? I'm not gonna say he is or isn't. I know being a head coach is way different. It's a whole different playing field when it comes to that. Look at some of the really good coordinators that tried to become head coaches and failed. So, and I don't even consider him, to be honest with you guys, a great coordinator either. So, but I think people look at it like he's an offensive coordinator. Obviously, the Bills have had a top 5 offense for the last 2 years. You know what I mean? So, a lot of teams tend to go in that direction. So he's going to get a job somewhere. By the way, the Texans just got a big first down, and that will end the third quarter. They're going in the fourth quarter. It's still 7-6, Houston Texans. So this is a defensive game. This isn't a truly exciting game if you love offense, but defensively, this is a good game if you like defense. I think Jacksonville was being real dirty yesterday. Yeah, they had some dirty shots. I'm with you on that. I thought the Gabe Davis was pretty dirty. I think that defender, he didn't have to go low like that. He knew what he was doing, in my opinion. And you just can't do that. You can't do that to a player in the NFL. You know what you're doing. You're going low. You're hitting a player's leg like that, knee. It's never going to end well, right? And it didn't. It didn't end well. So, I thought some of their players were playing a little bit dirty. But it's the playoffs. You know what I mean? Listen, the NFL is a brutal sport. Everybody plays a little bit differently when or how they're coached differently. Maybe their coach was telling them, take a little extra shot there too. I don't know. You know what I mean? I mean, look at Greg Williams back with the Saints. I mean, he was basically giving players bonuses for knocking players out. So I'm not saying that was the case, but you never know. Spin. Frank Gore tore his ACL 5 times and played until the kid was able to play. Yeah, I know. Until his kid was playing. But listen, and that's a great point. But everybody's built differently. Everybody recovers differently. Spin. Not everybody's built like Frank Gore, right? Or can recover like that. I mean, Willis McGahee had one of the most gruesome injuries I've ever seen. I watched it live in the championship game, and I never thought he'd play football again. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen live. His whole leg was shattered. I just couldn't believe what I saw, right? And for that guy to come back and play football again and play at a pretty high level was amazing. Some players can bounce back, but some players can't. We've seen it, right? Some players they're just never the same, right? We'll see what happens with Gabe. He's 26 years old. I'm not saying for sure his career's done or anything like that, but tearing your ACL on the same leg this late in the season, for sure he's not playing next season. Okay, we know this. He's going to have to rehab. Rehab takes a while. Look how long it took him to rehab from his last one, right? It took him a while, guys. So, to be honest with you guys, he still wasn't right? You can kind of tell he was still not 100% yet back on that knee, all right? And mentally and physically, it takes a toll on you, right? So we'll see. I'm not gonna speak for him. I have no idea, what's gonna happen with him, but I wish him the best. I pray for him. He's a good dude. We'll see what happens in his career. I'll definitely I'll be watching for him as well. Jacksonville was chippy and hitting low. Yeah, they were. As I'm saying, they were just playing a little bit too aggressive. But it's the playoffs, man. You know what I mean? And they wanted that win badly, right? And they were going to do what they had to do, regardless if it was dirty or not. You know what I mean? Look, the referees weren't doing anything about it, right? It's not like they were throwing flags. By the way, Nico Collins is getting carted off the field. Towel around his head. That is not a good sign. Let's see what happens here. Goes down, hits his head really bad on the turf there. I don't know I don't know if it's a head injury. I didn't see anything with his leg. Can anybody let me know what happened to Nico Collins? I mean, I saw the replay. I only saw his head hit the ground, but maybe I missed something with his legs or something. I thought it was a really nice thing that she said. I didn't see why Shady was so bothered by it. Yeah, exactly. Like, it didn't bother me. Like, I get what he's saying. Like, I see his point, but I don't know why he's so bothered by it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't. Like I said, I get the point where it's like, hey, there's a time and a place, and you know what I mean? Like, that should be for just asking him questions, but it wouldn't bother me. Like, I don't know why he took it so, to the heart, man. Jeez, calm down. I love that Hancock got abused like that. Obviously, I wouldn't have liked it if we lost, but since we won, this is some good experience for him. Hopefully he learns from that torching he took. Absolutely. And that's good. It's honestly, he's going to go to the film. They're going to sit him down like everybody else on the team. They're going to go through film, and they're going to see their mistakes. They're going to see what they did good. They're going to see what they did bad, and you got to correct them. You got to see what and that's what the good players do. They correct their mistakes. So he's a smart kid. He seems like he has the potential to be a starter in this league, or for us. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. McD took his time on the challenge, hoping New York would do the job. That's probably what it was, to be honest with you. It's a great point. He might have been just waiting so he didn't have to. But either way, look, it was obvious for me, right? He should have threw it. You're gonna get you're gonna get that back, right? You're not gonna burn that time out. But it is what it is. That I thought really what was the crazier play, obviously, that most people are talking about or talked about was the end of the first half field goal, where clearly it was 0. There was no time on the clock. And the referees got together. It seemed like it took forever, which it did, and they still got it wrong. And to me, listen, on a play like that, where it's taken all these refs, all this time to huddle up, talk about, just go to the booth review. Have some, but guys, it's been done all season where somebody from up top goes down. Hey, there was 0 on the clock. And I'll tell you what, even if they said, yeah, there was half a second, his hand was starting to snap the ball, you know what? I would deal with that. I swear to you. But, huddling up for that long, all these refs talking about it, like, I'm sure one ref saw it one way, one saw it the other, and then they had this whole group meeting, and then they decided, okay, fuck it. You know what I mean? Let's just go with 1 second, right? But for me, the NFL has to do a better job with that. I brung this up actually in the Post Podium podcast in the chat. I thought the XFL did a great job with challenges and bringing the fans into where they challenge and seeing, basically hearing and seeing what exactly they're looking at while they're deciding what they're going to call, right? So they got all these monitors. I don't know if you guys remember that. Let me see if I could bring that up, because it's actually really, really cool. Give me a minute, guys. Let me bring that up, because some of you guys may not be familiar with this or remember this. And I'll tell you what, man, they'll never do it because they don't want you to see what's going on. The NFL's like that. They don't want to probably make you, have you see what's really, happening behind the scenes or whatever on this stuff. But I wish they would, because at least us as fans can go, okay, you know what I mean? Like, this is what they're seeing. All right, okay, like, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be fine with that. But to be like a bunch of refs huddling up, or even when they go to challenges or a booth review real quick, and they just call down and go, he didn't get it, change it, and they automatically change it without no explanation. I would like to see what's going on there. And unfortunately, the NFL is never probably going to do that. But let me pull that up. Give me 1 second. It's right here. Let me, okay. Here we go. So, and what was cool too about this, guys, is they actually, let me see here. Okay. What was cool about this is on this particular in the XFL, a team would have one challenge that they could challenge in a game on anything. Any play is challengeable, but they only get one for that. It was like a special, I forget what they called it, like a special challenge. And it could be a player offsides that the ref missed. Anything like that. I thought that was pretty cool, but you only get one. So let me show you here. And this was, I think, actually one of their, special challenges. But here we go.
To challenge the ruling on the field that there is a potential defensive offside by the defense. Previous play is under review.
Mike, I'm with you. We're looking at it.
It's so big. If it's offside, it's a first down.
Yes, it is. You can see Dean.
Anything else down the line? Anything else down the line? Same shot. I mean, I can see. I've got him moving with the ball.
Okay. So tell me, isn't that cool? Like, I think that's really, really cool. I think they should stick with something like that. Like, I think they should bring that to the NFL. They won't, but I would love to see that. Because I think fans then would at least go, okay, so that's why you're saying it's not a catch, or that's why you're ruling it a catch. At least we would get somewhat of a view of what they're seeing and what they're talking about on whatever ruling they're making. I would 1,000% be up for that. They would never do it. No bones about it. Oliver playing this week would be fucking sweet. Yeah, it would be. And he is back at practice, they're saying. He will be back at practice this week. So, yeah, let's hope. Because that Ed Oliver being back would be big time for this defense. Big time. By the way, Poyer is week to week. That's not a good sign, guys. Week to week. So I don't expect Poyer back, to be honest with you. We'll see what happens, but maybe if we get far into the playoffs, AFC Championship, not even that. Maybe if we get to the Super Bowl, he'll be available. We'll see. I'm not going to, once again, I can't speak for everybody. By the way, the Texans just recovered a fumble, and they are up now 17-6. We'll see if it stands, but not good. Aaron Rodgers fumbles the ball. We'll see the replay. Let's see if it stands. I got to see if it was a fumble. But Houston is starting to pull away. So not good if you're a Steelers fan right now. Nothing's going right offensively. The Texans are dominating your offensive line. Let's take a look. So it's Will Anderson Jr. Going around the edge. Let's see what happens here. Rodgers in shotgun. Oh, yeah, it's a fumble. Yeah, strip sack fumble. Yep, picked up, ran all the way back. That's a touchdown. Oh, geez, Rodgers got walloped. The only question is, nope, I was about to say, did he get touched while he was picking up the football? He was down, but no, he was standing. So, touchdown. Texans go up 17-6. Game's not over. There's 11 minutes, 23 seconds left in the game. However, the way Texans defense is playing right now and the Pittsburgh Steelers offense just not able to get anything going, not looking good. And Mikey yesterday was telling me Pittsburgh Steelers offense can do something against Texans. I was like baffled. I said, what, Mikey? What? I don't see it. I don't. We just played Pittsburgh. I know, I really don't see it. I don't like their offense at all. Rodgers is not Mr. Mobility, right? Does not have the same mobility he had when he was younger. The Houston Texans are going to be on his ass, right? I just didn't see it. The only way I saw this game being any kind of game is if the defense of the Steelers, which they did for the most part, played very well. But if your offense isn't giving you anything, like the Chargers last night, this is your results. Is this game not very similar to what we saw last night with the Patriots and Chargers? It's the same thing. The only difference is Steelers have one more field goal right now. That's it. Pittsburgh has to get something going now. Now. They need something. They need a big play. And for me, this is what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about taking chances, they have to. What do you got to lose right now? You're down 17-6. Your offense is giving you nothing, right? You're doing nothing. You have to adjust. You have to start taking chances downfield. You need to start going more up tempo. You have to mix it up. You cannot keep going out there and showing the same looks against this Texans defense, or you're going to have pretty bad results. That's what's happening. I don't get it. I don't get why offensive coordinators don't switch it up, especially when you're going against a defense like this. Collins is concussed. Yeah, okay, so it was a concussion. Okay, so he'll be all right. He'll be back. More likely they're going to win. Okay, here we go. Steelers going deep. Good try. Good try. See, I don't even hate that. You got to get something going. Rodgers missed it, but for me, yeah, you keep doing that, man. You got it. You got to take shots downfield. You got to mix it up. Stop what you're doing early through 3 quarters has not worked. Has not worked. That's why I scream at, that's why I'm not scream, but that's why I get so worked up when it comes to Joe Brady in this offense at times. Like, he just doesn't get it at times. Oh, man, the Texans are just, boy, man, they are just laying hits, man. My God, man. Yeah, they play at a high level, guys. I mean, so here we go. So Pittsburgh's up tempo. Exactly what I wanted. Boom, there we go. Completion. They are at the 45 of Houston. This is what I'm talking about. There is a flag. Let's see what happens. Let's see who this is on. There is a flag on the play. Pittsburgh was going no huddle there, actually. They were playing. Okay, so it's on Houston, penalty decline. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is exactly what I wanted to see. This is how you get yourself back in the games. This is how you mix things up against defenses like this. You have to go up tempo. You keep them from substituting, keep them on their, keep them backpedaling, making them, double guess what you're doing. You have to. You have to. Stroud cannot hold on the ball for anything. Yeah, Stroud is their offense is, it's not very good. I'll tell you what another problem is, though, too. It's Aaron Rodgers is holding the ball way too long. He's holding the ball way too long. He's not mobile enough to get out of the pocket, right? This isn't a Josh Allen thing where, see, Josh Allen can get away with that. He can hold the ball because he's mobile. He can get out of the pocket, move around, take off, whatever he has to do. Aaron Rodgers just sticking around the pocket. By the way, he fell right there. He's just not a mobile guy, right? This is not his thing. And he's complaining to the ref. I have no idea what he's complaining about. I didn't see anything there. For me, I'm having Rodgers in shotgun the whole time. Keep him in shotgun, and you're going to have to go up tempo here. Rodgers gets out of the pocket and throws a terrible, terrible pass to DK Metcalf, I believe it was. That was a bad pass. All right, let's get back to the chat. I'm sorry. Feel like we match up better against Denver. Our running game will be a bit better. It will be. I do believe so, too. They do have a good defense, but I do believe we'll have a better Cook will have a better day at the office against Denver, in my opinion. Let's see here. I'm watching the Pittsburgh game. It's so sloppy. Low score, but I'm glad we're moving on. I believe the Bills will pull it off. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm trying to catch up, guys. I promise. Nico Collins done. Yep, saw that. Ball batted down is going to be 4th and 13. Guys, this is a nasty defense. You have to mix it up. I think you have to have also a mobile quarterback as well. Aaron Rodgers, pure pocket passer pretty much. A statue in his older age too. It's just not going to happen. It's not. And their offensive line's not holding up. I don't know what to say here. I mean, honestly, it's going to take probably Pittsburgh defense at this point to create a turnover and maybe even a defensive touchdown. Boy. The Texans punt returner muffed the ball a little bit there, but he got it back. Texans will have the ball with about 9 and change left to go in the game. Not looking good if you're a Pittsburgh fan, which this is kind of what I pictured, to be honest with you. yeah, it's Pittsburgh. I just knew they offensively they just had no shot. To be honest with you guys, man. You're exactly right. Okay, that was a no bones. I'm so sick of the garbage Gen X and the world was better. Oh, dude, I don't know what you guys are talking about in the chat, but whew. I mean, I don't listen, guys. We're not going to get into it, but I know it's uncensored. We could, but I don't want to. I don't know your guys' whatever beliefs or politics or crap. I'm not Mr. Politic guy over here either, but what's going on is crazy, right? And yeah, like I have my not beliefs, but I have my, what's right, what's wrong, regardless of whatever side you're on, or Democrat, Republican, whatever. There's still what's right, what's wrong, right? And God damn, like there's so much wrong going on right now, guys, with these with these people out here protesting. No offense, and I hope I'm not going to lose some subscribers to this, but they're in the wrong, guys. Like, and I'll speak on this and we'll make it quick. But if you're trying to run somebody over with your car, right, that's attempted murder, okay? And what happened should have happened. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And for those that say he barely got hit, it doesn't matter. And I'll tell you why it doesn't matter. Because let's say he didn't, do what he did, right? After she hit him, slightly hit him, whatever you guys want to call it. She could have easily put the car in reverse or turned the car back around and started just running people over, right? And why do I say that? Because it's happened plenty of times, guys. There's crazy people in this world. They do fucked up shit, right? Don't act like it has never been done before where somebody's gotten in their vehicle and started running people over, right? Crazy people out there, right? And sometimes these people that go and do these things, they get their minds get fucked up, right? And they're not right? And they think nothing's going to happen bad until it does, right? And then people freak out, right? But it's like, if you really look into it, come on, man. It's common sense, people. Right? So, and then the whole other thing, right, which is why this whole thing's happening. Let's be real here, folks. There's rules. To every country has them. Right? You can't just go and plant, your flag somewhere in another country and just say, I'm here to stay. It's not how it works. Other countries have their rules too, and I believe in those. And you got to stand by them. Right? And it's too bad that, maybe it sucks. Maybe you feel that it shouldn't be that way. But it doesn't matter. Those are rules. You got to follow them. I'm sure there's people that think, 65 on the highway or whatever, 75, whatever that is too slow, and they want to do 100 miles per hour. Well, it's the law. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And I don't know why they think by going out there blocking these people from doing their job, they're just going to say, okay, you're right. Because you're upset. We're going to just stop what we're doing. They're not going to stop. They are paid to do that. Whether you like it or you don't. So, yeah, and that's all really I'm going to say to this, because I don't want this to get out of control and spin. This is a sports show. But I just, once again, man, I find this shit is so crazy now. The world we're living in, social media has gone wild. The things they're promoting and pushing at schools is out of control, in my opinion. It's just wild. You know what I mean? Like, people got it. People out there protesting the wrong thing, in my opinion. They weren't. Listen, let's say she runs them over and kills them and crushes them. You really think that people out there protesting or upset that she ran them over? Of course not. Right? Of course not. So, I feel like it's divided. This country's divided now. I don't think it's going to change. It's fucked up. I'm glad that I at least grew up as a kid in the 90s. I'm not saying it was perfect time then either, but it was much better than this, man. Much better than this. I could actually go out on the weekend and not have people fucking, protesting down the goddamn street. I'm just saying. I can go out and have fun on the weekend, not worry about, getting ran over by some crazy person. Right? So, yeah, guys, it's wild times we're living in. All I can say is just, try to do the right thing in life, man, but that's my feelings on it, man. But I'm done with that conversation because I don't want to offend anybody. It's not what the show is about. This is a Bills show, football show, but it's Monday Night Uncensored. Why not bring it up, right? I mean, I know y'all are well aware of what's going on. So, anyways, back to this podcast and back to your chats. Also, Cooks was 100% clear as day, catch the ball, never hit the ground. I have to watch that again. I watched a little bit of all 22. I didn't go back to that play, though. I have to check. It looked to me, though, to be honest with you, that his hand was underneath the ball when the ball hit the ground. But if your hand, and I've seen it before, if your hand is underneath the ball, it's still considered a catch. So I don't know. I have to go look. Most of the camera angles and tech the NFL uses came from the XFL. It's in the documentary. Yeah, and that is true. Now, most of the tech, but they're not going to do that. You get what I'm saying? They're not going to take you actually into the room while they're looking, like I just showed you guys on that video. They don't want you to see that, right? They don't want you to know what they're really talking about, right? Because if they did, they would show you, right? So I that I don't like. Ball game. It's 5 minutes left, 17-6. Houston with the ball. I'm sure you guys are a little bit ahead of me, so but yeah, it's looking like it. Houston's driving there after 30 of Pittsburgh. So it's been, listen guys, the truth, it's been ball game. It's been ball game for a while. Right? It was ball game when the game started. How about that? Let's be real here. I told Mikey the same thing. Pittsburgh's not going to do anything offensively. They don't have the weapons. Old man Aaron Rodgers is not getting out of harm's way, right? He's not Mr. Mobility. He's not Josh Allen, right? He can't escape the pocket. I just knew it. And Pittsburgh's offense wasn't this high-powered offense anyways. So what was anyone thinking was going to change differently in this game? It wasn't, right? The Ravens' defense is not very good, right? So Pittsburgh was able to hang with them. But, not ultimately beat them, but this is a different team. This is a different defense. This is a nasty, relentless defense. So, all right, let's get back to your chats. Rodgers needs to retire. He does, man. Rodgers, just fucking go into your retreat and, whatever the fuck you doing. You're right, like, I don't know what you're doing. Go into do some mud bathing or whatever the fuck you do. Now that's incidental contact. We're starting to call football anymore. Rodgers won't want to be back next year. I hope not. I hope he's learning his lesson, but he's picking up paychecks. Let's see here. Bob, 100% agree, Tommy. I think you are referring to what I was talking about. Thank you. Callie, try living in Commie, California. It's nothing but shitbags out here. The governor is a piece of shit. Cost of living is fucking insane out here. Callie, I trust me. I'm with you. I'm seeing what's going on in California, San Francisco. It's. I would never want to live there. And by the way, I visited California. I had a great time. That was years ago, though. Since then, though, boy, has California really, really taking a beating. They have allowed way too much bullshit to go on. They do not care about their residents. They allow bums to just set up shop anywhere they want. I had a friend go there. Basically was saying there's just taking shits on the street. People having sex on the street. They don't care. Like there's wild stuff going on in California. And the governor, the mayor over there, they just simply do not care about the residents that pay a lot of money to live there. It's a shame. It really is a shame. But what can you do other than just get the hell out of there, honestly? And it sucks because I'm sure not everybody can, right? People have work, people have family, but California's a mess, man. I definitely want to, it's too bad. Like I said, it was a beautiful state, but I mean, they're just letting people do whatever the fuck they want to do there. It's wild. They have rows of just broken down RVs and vans, just setting up shop. They can't move. They're broken down, flat tires, tents everywhere. Just fucking living on down. By the way, in nice areas. It's not like they're setting up shop in some empty, part of town, some bummy part of town. They're setting up shop in anywhere they want. Nice areas, just bringing the city to trash, right? And let's be real. So I'm sure some of those people they just hit hard times, fine. But a lot of those people, guys, if we're going to be honest, they're druggies, right? Let's be real. They're hooked on drugs, alcoholics, whatever the fuck they're doing, right? Stealing, right? For drug money. Like, it's not good, right? You don't want your kids around that garbage. So, yeah, dude, I feel for you, man. I'm here in Detroit. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, Detroit got a bad rep for a long time. Detroit has cleaned their act up. Detroit is actually gotten a lot nicer. Now, there's some bad areas. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's perfect here in Michigan. But Michigan has definitely cleaned their act up a lot. I'm not crazy about the governor here, but you don't see what you're seeing in California here. You won't. Our police here are on point. They do not fuck around. And the mayor doesn't fuck around either. The lady was a protester. She was there to impede with that. Spin. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. So, but I'm talking about protesters too, right? I'm bringing the whole thing into the full circle here. And you are absolutely correct. So, if you guys aren't following this lady, who they act like, should get a statue, all right, was purposely going out, and this is not her first time. This isn't her first rodeo. She'd go out and interfere with arrests. She would park her car sideways, interfere, yell at these people, right? Just basically try to interfere from them doing their job, right? Which is totally wrong. So that's exactly what she was doing there. And I think she thought that she wasn't going to get in trouble, okay? Like they all do. Let's be real, right? Anytime you see these people that are throwing things at these cops, they're in their face, they're yelling, spitting, putting their middle finger, calling them fucking fuck you cops, fuck you pig. Like, they're doing everything they can, thinking there's going to be nothing harm coming their way, right? Nothing bad coming their way. And when it finally did, now people are like, oh my God, I can't believe something bad happened. Well, yeah, eventually they're going to respond. Eventually they're going to arrest you. They're going to mace you, right? They're going to hit you with a taser. They're going to do something. They're not going to let you continue to act a fool, right? Breaking into hotels, spray painting hotel buildings, breaking out windows. Like, this is all nonsense. Okay? And once again, if you go back, her wife, told her to just go, knowing there's a cop standing right in front of the vehicle. She did her no justice either. So I don't understand what she thought was going to happen there. They're just going to let you go. You're going to hit somebody and ride off. That's okay. And by the way, would that have been okay? Let's say he doesn't do that. Let's say he doesn't respond, and she just hits him and drives off. Is anyone upset about that? Do we talk about that? Are people going to go out and protest that? Is anyone going to say that was wrong of her? No. You know what they say? Good for her. Good job. Glad she hit him. Terrible, terrible people. You don't do that. I'm sorry. Right? He has a job to do. What are you doing? Man, I just don't get people in general. Like, I don't. Once again, guys, I'm not going to tell you what my beliefs, what my politics are, what way I go or lean as far as right or left side. It has nothing to do with it. It's common sense. It's what's right and what's wrong. That's it. Like, I have my beliefs about a lot of things, but I'm not gonna go out there and act a fool because I don't agree with what you have to say or what the law is. Once again, I'm not going to go out there and do 135 miles per hour on the highway because I feel the speed limit is stupid, right? And then get mad when I get pulled over. Why you pull me over, man? Or your foot? And that's another thing too. I got to say, look, I get it. It's a pain in the ass. You get pulled over, it fucking sucks. No doubt about it. Like, tickets are the worst. Like, being, pulled over, I totally understand. It's a pain in the fucking ass, right? You're on your way to eat or go to work, whatever. But getting an attitude and yelling and acting a fool and having your phone up in their fucking face, what is that doing for you? Most of these guys are being polite. I'm watching these videos. They're doing nothing. They're doing their job. Whether you like it or you don't like it, for me, even if you don't agree, you hand them the license. If they give you a ticket, they give you a fucking ticket. You know what you do? You fight it in court. If you feel like you were unjust, right? By the way, they just threw an interception to the Texans to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Texans. They are up now 31-6, and this game is obviously it's been over, but wow. Did they absolutely destroy the Pittsburgh Steelers? Anyways, that's like I said, people, man. Like it's wild. It's just wild what's going on and what people think they can get away with at this point. It's just wild to me. I don't understand it. I would never treat anybody with that kind of disrespect, even if I feel like it's unjust or I feel like I'm being harassed for no... Guys, listen, man. Let's all be real here for a second. We've all gotten pulled over for some bullshit we probably didn't agree with. Listen, I work at a bar, or I used to, doing security at night. I'd go home at 3 in the morning after I was done. I don't drink on the job. I never have, right? So I'm cool. I have no problem. But you know what? Sometimes I get pulled over. Sometimes I would. And, dude, I'm not dumb. They're looking for people driving home drunk from the bar. I get it. And yeah, is it a pain in the ass? Yeah, do I know really why they're pulling me over to see if I'm drinking and driving? Sure. But you know what? I'm not. I don't care. I'm going to give them my license. Yes, sir. No, sir. Whatever the fuck they ask. And guys, guess what? Every fucking time they come back with my license and say, have a nice day. Of course, they bullshit me on why they pull me over. It's usually some dumb reason because they have to have a reason. And I'm not saying it's right, but me going ballistic at a stop is not going to help the situation. It's not doing anything for the situation. Matter of fact, it's going to make it worse, right? Because me now being a dickhead, they're going to find something to give me a ticket for or something to keep me there for longer, right? Because I'm being an asshole, right? But being polite, doing the right thing, usually they go ahead, have a nice night. Real simple. Her tire was pointing away from the officer. She was calm the entire time. She wasn't trying to hit the officer. Oh boy, see, here we go. Why the fuck do they feel need to shoot her in? Okay, so first of all, that's not true. That's not true. So, and this is why I knew bringing this up will get some people offended. And once again, I want to say this. This is not a politics show. This is why I didn't want to dive into this because I knew I would offend some people. Hear me out. There's different angles for this. She clearly hit him. All right? If you go and watch, she clearly hit him. That's one. Okay? And I'm going to say this again. I'm going to leave it at this. She hit him. That's one. It's clear as day. Two, even if she barely swiped him, she's in a 2-ton vehicle, bro. Right? She could have easily reversed the car and went after him again. Or turned the car around and hit the car and drive. It don't say that wouldn't have happened. You don't know. These people's minds aren't all there sometimes. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen a bunch of times where people will get in their car and start running people over. Okay? You don't know that she wouldn't have done that. We have no idea what was going through her brain, right? What I could tell you is when the cop told her to get out of the vehicle, you're being arrested. What does that mean? Does that mean A, you get out the vehicle and you get arrested? B, you lock your doors and hit the car and drive and just drive off? I would think A is the logical thing to do. Okay, whether you feel it's right or wrong, the cop is telling you, get out of the vehicle. You are being arrested. You are being detained. She should have got out of the vehicle. In what world do you just hit the car and drive, and there's someone right in front of you? She clearly knew there was somebody in front of her. Why? Because she hit the car in reverse to start. Then she put it in drive, knowing the cop is right there, who did get hit. And guess what? That is considered a weapon. That is considered a deadly weapon. It's a 2-ton car. So that's it. But once again, look. You believe what you want. I only can tell you what I believe. And I believe that she did the wrong thing and it cost her life. Period. That's it. And I don't care if she was shot 3 times or 1 time. You're shot in the face, you're shot in the face, bro. Right? It doesn't matter. I get it. Maybe it was, maybe 3 times was a little too much, but you're shot in the head, bro. I don't know if she lives at 1 time or 2 times or 3. Doesn't matter. The results were the results because she tried to run somebody over. Whether you think she did it on purpose or not, she still did it, right? And once again, if I go in my vehicle right now and I get pulled over and there's a cop telling me I need you to get out of the car, and I go and put it in drive while the other cop is in front or to the side, whatever it may be, and I purposely hit him, guess what's going to happen? It's not going to end well. It's not going to end well for me. And I know better, and I should know better. And everybody else should know better too. Like, put it this way, what was she planning on doing? So let's say she just sideswipes the guy, hits him, right? And then she does what? Takes off? Goes down the street, does what? Goes home? Everything's okay? That's okay? No problem? Hey, I hit somebody. That's all right. Now, I have a cousin who's a sergeant here in Detroit, right? Let's say some of you guys have family members that are cop or something. Would you want somebody just running him over, trying to? Of course not. I would expect him to do the same thing, right? I'm sorry. I would. That's what they do. They're trained to do that. You cannot just go out and feel like you have the right to just run people over or sideswipe them, whatever you may want to do. Right? I'm sorry. I disagree. But once again, I don't want to make this into a politic thing, and I don't want to, if you feel like she was wrongly, that was wrong, I don't know what to tell you. I don't. But if you have a family member that was, in the same predicament and somebody tried to hit them with their car, I think you would understand. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be doing that. Was she an angel? No, she wasn't, but she didn't see. Yeah, but dude, once again, it's not about being an angel or not, bro. Like, that's not the point. Like, I think you're missing my point, man. She could have been the sweetest lady in America, but she wasn't at that time. She still tried to hit somebody that was right in front of her car. You can't tell me she didn't see it. She's right. The cop wasn't a midget, right? He wasn't underneath the car laying on the floor or on the ground, and she didn't see him. That's one. Two, the most important thing of this all, bro, which is, I think we're all, or not all, but some people are missing the point. She should have got out of the car, bro. Obeyed the law. What is she doing there? Why is she blocking them from doing their job? And then why is she not getting out of the car when she's going to be arrested because she's acting a fool? That's just common sense, bro. And once again, I want to ask you this. If somebody's going down your street with a car attempting to hit people, right, then what? Do you just say that's okay? Right? I don't think that you would, right? And let's say that's your family member. Or let's just say even better yet. Even better yet. What if she did run him over completely, ran him over and paralyzed him or killed him? Then what? Do you think it's okay then? Is this story even talked about? Probably not. Do you think really that people are having a visual for this guy or protesting the streets for the cop The guy that got ran over? Of course not. Nobody cares, right? Maybe a few, but yeah, look, man, I don't want to get people upset, dude. I really don't, and I'm gonna end this conversation because I think I'm gonna lose some subscribers. I get it. Look, man, I'm a good person, guys. I am, dude. I'm just and all I'm saying is I believe in doing the right thing and not doing the wrong thing, right? Being a good person, right? I don't care about what your beliefs are. I don't care what your religion are. I don't care whatever. If you're a Democrat, Republican, it has nothing to do with me. I really don't care. I don't talk politics. I don't claim to know too much about politics. I don't do any of that stuff. But at the end of the day, guys, I know what's right. I know what's wrong in life in general, right? How to be a good person and do the right thing, right? That's all it's about, man. And this world in general has gone fucking nuts. People out there stabbing people on the subway. People out there I saw someone light somebody on fire on the subway, guys. Right? It's craziness what's happening in this world. Right? People are doing press conferences getting shot. It's crazy. People going into Walmart with knives and stabbing random people. Why? Like, guys, it's gone mad. Like you don't know if it's safe to go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I'm gonna go where I'm gonna go because if it's my time, it's my time. I don't live scared. I'm not gonna stay boarded up in my house. But in reality, man, the world is fucked up, and you could be in the wrong place at the wrong time at any moment. And I don't want to be caught up in that, but I got to live my life too. But it's fucked up times, man. It really is fucked up times. Yeah, I just, look, man, I think everybody has the right to do what they want to do. If you want to protest, I don't care. For me, that's fine. I honestly, I don't, but it's when they act a fool, when they burn buildings, or when you break into hotels and spray. What is the point? I don't see the point of that. You know what I mean? Like, why are you setting a building on fire? Why are you destroying cars? Why are you, breaking into hotels and looting and like, what is that going to do? What is that doing for the cause that you're out there for? It doesn't make sense. Like, I just don't get it. Like, that to me, I don't understand. And maybe some of you guys do. I don't get it. It is a tragedy. Guys, that's one thing I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not a sad situation. Like, anytime anyone loses their life, it's terrible. Right? It's awful. But at the same time, man, like, you got to do the right thing in life, man. Right? You got to do the right thing. Right? In general, man, because when you do the wrong thing, when you act out, bad things are going to happen. It's just how it works. Right? You got to be smart in life. You got to follow the rules, whether you like it or you don't. Oh, boy, I didn't want to get back into that. I feel like some people are mad at me now. Hey, Tommy, who are you looking to step up this Saturday? Go Bills. Yeah, thank you for getting back on the Bills subject. Look, man, for me, against the Steelers, look, my mind's all fucked up. Against the Broncos, I'm going to need a better game from our tight ends. I'm going to need a better game from Kincaid and Knox. I really truly believe that. Gabe Davis being out now, I'm not saying Gabe Davis was, this great receiver we had on this right, but he played a part, right? And now we're down to, McCole Hardman, right? Like, we're down to maybe Curtis Samuel. It depends what we do, but we're limited right now, receiver, right? We're very limited. Brandon Cooks, I'm kind of liking the connection right now with Josh Allen and him. They're kind of getting the chemistry down a little bit, but you can tell it's still not 100% there yet, right? So I need our tight ends to do better. They need to do better in this game. I really, truly believe this is a game where Kincaid could go off. Kincaid could have over 100 yards in this game. And by the way, he's fine. He was in like a walking boot, but they said it was precautionary. So all good. He should be ready to go. But yeah, I need to see our tight ends, Kincaid and Knox, go at it. And I also feel like Cook needs to have James Cook needs to have a better game as well. Though Jacksonville was, they had a really good defensive line. They were doing everything they could to take that away. Yeah, Minnesota, boy, I wouldn't want to live there either. Game over. Yeah, boy, Houston absolutely walloped Pittsburgh tonight. I mean, Pittsburgh at home, offensively, man, they just had no answer. They had no answer. They had no answer for the Texans defense tonight, guys. But yeah, it's kind of how I thought this game would go. I didn't think the Texans would score that many points, to be honest with you. But they had 2 defensive touchdowns, right? So, boy, oh boy. Hey, Tommy, what's the pup's name? That is Princess. That's my baby, man. She's, I adopted her 5 years old. Well, I adopted her when she was 7 months old. She's 5 years old now. She'll be 6 in April. Spoiled, man. The biggest baby in the world, man. White woman. It's paid protesters funding these idiots. I've heard that. Once again, I don't know. That's, you know what I mean? I don't really dive too deep into all of that. I heard that before. It may be true. It may not be. I don't know. That's something I'm not going to dive into because once again, I don't do my research on that. Really honestly into politics in general. I try to stay away from it. I try really not to talk about it because I don't know. If I don't know too much about, there's people that know politics very well. Very, very well. And I don't. So I don't want to get into a debate or talk to people about it when I don't really know much about it and I don't want to get schooled or, come across like an idiot, right? Right? Talking about something I shouldn't be talking about, right? So that's why I kind of stick to what I know, and that's, Buffalo Bills football in general, music. I love music. I'm a music junkie, by the way. Love music. Classic rock, 80s pop, 90s R&B, 90s rap, early 2000s R&B and rap, some alternative rock, some grunge, just love music. Music is a passion of mine. Those things, and sports in general is a passion. Movies as well. Love movies, love TV shows. That's all stuff I can talk for hours. But politics, man, yeah, just not. I'm not. I just don't. I don't know enough to talk about it. Law enforcement doesn't make the laws and don't get to pick. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, exactly. This is these are set in the courts, man. These protesters are defending actual criminals against kids. Saying okay enough about that. Yeah. That's why I don't. I could tell I ruffled somebody's feather earlier on. Oh, we do got a super chat. Holy shit! I'm so sorry. Where is that? And I'm so sorry, man. Let me get to that real quick. Super chat coming in. Let me hit that train horn real quick. Hey, thank you so much for that super chat. Shearer321. Thanks, Tommy, for all you do. Enjoy the content. Go Bills. Thank you so much for that super chat. Sorry, I'm way behind on the chat, so trying my best to catch up. Oh, hey, yo. I had the volume way too high there. I hope I didn't blow your guys' ears out. I am sorry if I'm way behind, guys. You guys know me by now, man. Once I start to get to talking, man, I somewhat forget about the chat. I do apologize. She was told 4 times to get out of the vehicle. Exactly. She would put the whole clip on. Yeah. Should have put the whole Callie. Let's see here. Christopher, I agree with you. All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, look, and I want to say this too. You don't, just the sports in general, anything I talk about on here, it's all opinion based, right? It's all opinion based. I'm not pushing anything on you guys. my beliefs or anything, even Bill's talk. Like, I don't, and you guys know that. Everybody knows that here. Me and Mikey, you know, obviously Mikey's not here tonight, but you guys know me by now, right? You guys know, I've said it a million times. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody, this is the beautiful thing about podcasts, right? We could speak our mind, we could speak our, give our takes, give our opinions, but I'm not trying to push it on you either, right? I don't want you guys to think I'm on here telling you have to, whatever I say, you need to listen, you need to, my word is the gospel. Like, no, it's just an opinion. I don't want to get people upset. But I do appreciate you, the people that do agree with my takes, my opinions. But if you don't, I totally understand. Her wife yelled, "Drive, baby, drive." Exactly. So, and she's just as guilty, in my opinion, on that. She should have said, "Stop the car. What are you doing?" Right? Put it in park. We'll handle this. I'll bind you. I'll bail you out. Whatever the case may be. Right? It wasn't going to be that bad, by the way. She probably would have got arrested and got bonded out that night. Like, it's not. And once again, I want to say this, and I hate to go back to the subject, but if you're out there doing stuff like that, you should expect probably something bad to happen eventually. You're going to get arrested, more than likely. If you're doing stuff like that, if you're going out of your way to prevent people from doing their job, federal officers, or even police, whatever you're doing, eventually it's going to catch up to you and you're going to get arrested. These people have to know that. So for me, if I'm out there doing that, which I wouldn't be, I would go, you know what? There's a good chance I'll probably go to jail tonight, right? Because I'm acting a fool, right? Or I, whatever. Like, this is more likely I'm gonna push my luck and I'm gonna go to jail. So the fact that she didn't think nothing's gonna happen, or these people in general that think nothing's gonna happen, yeah, they have another thing coming. I mean, eventually it's gonna catch up to you, and you're going to get arrested, or something bad is going to happen. Or they're going to kill somebody, maybe by mistake. Like, I don't get what people think. You know what I mean? Like, it's just wild to me, man. Yeah, I heard that too. So once again, Callie, once again, people gotta, before they start crowning people heroes, great people, you probably need to do a little research there first on that individual before you start, or at least, once again, when that video came out, it was a different angle and it looked worse than what it was. But, once the other angles came out and then you're like, whoa, wait a minute. You're not gonna hit the guy. Like, so, sometimes people are rushed, they rush the gun and whoa, right? You got to wait till everything comes out, man. We've been listening to people say they're trying to kill us 30 years. Now it's, can't you bump him a little with the car? Right. And once again, I want to say this too. Yeah, I know. Who's to say if he didn't do that, she wanted to reverse the car and try to run them over out because she was that mad or that caught up in her mind. Don't tell me that's impossible. There's people that lose their mind, right? Absolutely go, they're not thinking straight in the moment, and they do dumb shit. Guys, it happens all the time. I'll give you a crazy story. Obviously, it happened. You probably know about this, but there was a high school girl. I think she was in high school or just graduated. She's with her boyfriend and her friend in the car. And I'm sure you guys heard about this. They're fighting in the car. The boyfriend and the girlfriend. She decides to gun it 100 miles per hour straight into a building because she was mad at him and wanted to kill him and kill her. Well, doing that, she did that. And she killed him and killed his friend. And she lived. She lost her mind at that time. I'm sure she was not a bad person before that. I'm sure she was a good person. She probably, Maybe she was a great person, right? She was young, but at that moment, right? At that particular moment, something happened. She snapped, right? She lost her thinking. She did something really bad and awful, and she killed people, right? And once again, she could have been the greatest person in the world, but she lost her mind at that particular time. So my point is, you don't know what's going on in someone's mind, right? That lady at that time, for her to do that, clearly her mind was fucked up at that moment. You don't know if she would have turned around and started just going at driving towards, trying to run them over. So that's another point that I think people are missing, right? And you know what would have said? They would have said, why didn't they smash the window out and take her out sooner, right? Let's say she turned around and she started hitting people. They would have somehow said that they should have done it differently, or handled it differently from the beginning and took her out of the car way earlier. Or listen, she was in the wrong, plain and simple. All right. But yes, you're right, Joey. Tommy would have ended this very quickly. I mean, Mikey would have handled this very quickly and said, time to move on. Both the clowns don't speed in your car as a weapon. Yeah, exactly. 100%. We can all agree to. Yeah, exactly. Hey, listen, dude. I'm not telling you that you need to believe what I believe, or you do you, man. I'm just speaking my mind. You know what I mean? But once again, I think everybody has their opinion, and I'll respect that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna continue on because this is obviously it's a fucked up subject. So, right? She should have gotten out of the car. Correct. Yeah, she should 100%. Yeah, I would have. Right? Like it's the right thing to do, regardless. If you, once again, my point is, and listen, let's not be stupid here, guys. We've all been pulled over. Like I'm sure every single person in this chat has gotten pulled over or has been taken out of the car at least once. Maybe not. But I can tell you I have, okay? From personal experience, right? I'm not a bad person. I didn't do anything wrong, but I had to do what was asked, right? Because they are the law, regardless if I felt like it was right or wrong. Now, that's me, right? And that's a situation where whatever happened, I got pulled over and they wanted to search the car. Whatever, it is what it is. I'm a good person, though. I'm going to abide by the law. You know why? Because I am a good person and I am doing nothing wrong. You could search my car. You could search me. I'm not drinking and drive. Like, I have no problem with that. I know it's shitty. I know that sometimes you feel like you're being harassed, whatever the case may be, but it doesn't matter. Like, you got to still abide by the law. And not only that, she was doing something wrong. You know what I mean? I wasn't, and I still would oblige by what I was being asked for. Her, right, or anyone else that's doing that, breaking the law, interfering, that is breaking the law. If they ask you to get out now, you are being arrested, we are detained. You have to be, right? Just like the people that go and shoplift, that feel like they shouldn't be arrested. They shouldn't be, you know what I mean? Like, you're doing something wrong, right? You know what you're doing, right? And when you get tackled outside by a police officer, regardless if it's $10 worth of merchandise, you're stealing, right? You're doing something wrong, right? Something bad's going to happen. Yeah, so, it's, I don't know, man. I'm just, once again, man, I just try to do the right thing. You know what I mean? I don't, it's not about politics. It really isn't. It's about doing what's right and what's wrong, and not putting yourself in a bad situation. In life, in general. Like, just in life. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Guys, don't get going in the chat. I honestly, Renaissance has been on here. He's a subscriber. He's my dude too, man. Good guy. Everybody in here are good dudes, man. Ladies and gents, this is not where I wanted this to go. It just got brung up, and you know what I'm saying? So we're all Bills fans here, I think, right? And this is what we're here for, right? I didn't mean to go down a a rabbit hole. I'm sorry if the podcast ended up in the wrong direction. I apologize for anybody I offended tonight. If I did, that's not, that wasn't the point of the show. But look, man, I don't bite my tongue either, right? Like, I have a hard time not speaking my mind, and I knew when the subject got brought up that I might offend some of you guys with what I would say, and that wasn't my I hope I didn't. Like, I don't know. I just hope you didn't take it totally wrong. You know what I mean? But yeah. But like I said, once again, I think we all have our beliefs, but one thing we could believe in is our Buffalo Bills, right? Let's get back to good talk, right? Let's get back to the Buffalo Bills, and let's leave that talk alone. I'm going to get to some of your chat here. I'm very, very I apologize that I got off the rails. I'm shocked we won and pleasantly surprised, Tommy. Yeah, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all that we won. And real quick, let me read this. Renaissance. Now, Tommy, I'm not mad at you. It's good that people can have discourse with different people, different opinions, and still be cool. I feel one way, you feel another. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely, bro. And I'm glad that everybody is cool still in this chat. No for fighting. Usually, sometimes I'll see people really go at it when stuff like this gets sprung up. So I want to thank everybody in the chat for keeping things pretty cool, right? Like, at least so far that I've seen, right? So, but backing on the game, right? Going back to the Jaguar game. I'm not surprised. Like, I told you guys going into the playoffs, this is a very resilient Buffalo Bills team. Very resilient. The losses we had this year outside of the Dolphins game, we were in every single game, right? We watched a dominating Houston Texans defense tonight, right? The Steelers scored 6 points on them, right? We were down to the final drive, right? We for as great as defense as they are, we had a chance still to win that game, right? New England beat us once. We also beat New England. Both games were tight, right? Very good football team, all right? We hung in there with the defending Super Bowl champions, right? With the Philadelphia Eagles. We had a chance to win that game. Every game we were close in. Every single game, right? Except for the Dolphins. So I knew that even though things were clunky a little bit, especially on offense, that this team was resilient. That this team is going to fight you to the very end, right? They're not going to just lay down and take it. That's just not what this team is about. And especially with Josh Allen. He will give it everything he has out there on the field, right? Blood, sweat, tears. You guys know this. And that's why I kept telling you guys, this is not, don't get so sold on one and done. Or the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to just blow us out, right? I didn't believe in that, right? I knew it would be close, and I had the Bills winning, right? I think I said 30-26. And once again, my main reason was we had the better quarterback. And I told you guys from the beginning of this podcast, both quarterbacks had an opportunity to win the ball game. Both. Josh Allen on the final drive, touchdown, right? Trevor Lawrence on his final drive, intercepted. There's your game. Came down to two players. And who's the better quarterback? And it showed. It was Josh Allen. And that's why I'm not afraid of any of these teams that we're facing. I know they're going to be close. I respect every single one of them. But once again, I feel like we have the best quarterback right now in the playoffs, in my opinion. Especially in the AFC. If you want to debate it on Matthew Stafford, fine. But I'm going to say it right now. I feel like we have the best quarterback in the NFL. Period. And especially in the playoffs. And if you have that, you have a fighting chance. I don't care how clunky our offense has been. I don't care how up and down our defense has been. We have a fighting chance. So we'll find out against Denver. But if Denver fans thinks that they're going to smoke us, that their defense is going to dominate us, they got another thing coming. And they will find out Saturday. No, okay, sorry, I read that. I don't think the Pats can do it, bro. The Pats are in trouble. I'm gonna tell you right now. McDaniels better have himself a game plan against that team. The Texans are nasty on defense. You have to bring something different to the table. You better, because they will fuck you up, man. They will do exactly this. And look, Drake May, didn't look so hot against a good Chargers defense. And I said good, not great, not elite. This is elite, what we're watching right here with the Texans. They are downright elite. It doesn't matter about how shitty their offense is. I mean, this is it. This is, the Baltimore Ravens back in the day. This is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in the day. This is a scary defense. Chicago Bears, right? 85 Bears. This is a team that can literally win the Super Bowl with their defense, and that isn't often done. I would love to see Kincaid and Knox go crazy over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. That would be great. That would be great. I'm looking forward to Saturday. A so-called Bills fan here in Buffalo had the audacity to say that we were not going to win. The clown had on a billboard fitted. Oh, my God. Well, you know what, man? Look, man. People will find out soon enough, man. Tommy, is it not super dangerous to live in Detroit? No, man. I live in Lincoln Park, which is 5 minutes from Detroit. I work in Detroit. No, I mean, so where I live is like middle class area, lower to middle class, which is fine. I've actually lived in West Detroit back in 2005. It's not so bad. Now, East Detroit is a little rough, but Detroit has gotten a lot nicer, cleaner. They're tearing down a lot of old buildings, making a lot of new buildings. Downtown is beautiful compared to what it was back in the day. They've done a lot of nice things here in Michigan, so especially Detroit. So I give Detroit a lot of props. So no, it's not what it used to be as far as crime and all that stuff, But I feel like every state, every big city has some parts where they're still pretty bad. So, but it's not Chicago. Like Chicago right now is one of the worst cities you can live as far as crime goes. And they're still going through things there in Chicago. So I wouldn't want to live in Chicago either, because of, the crime. The crime is super high, and it's been high in Chicago. I think Scott Blakely actually lives in Chicago, and he mentions that sometimes as well. Thank you, Callie. I appreciate you, brother. Is Tomlin getting fired soon? Boy, that's a great question. And I don't think so. I really don't. Tomlin's done a lot of good things in Pittsburgh, guys. I know he hasn't won a Super Bowl in a long, long time. I get it. But he is, he does still have a ring, right? He has that resume. He's still a Super Bowl winning head coach. He's been with this team for a long, long time. Now, there's the flip side to that, right? What have you done for me lately, right? What have you done for me lately? Yeah, not much, right? I mean, yeah, he still wins every year, 9 wins, right? He's still above 500. He's still considered a winning coach, but, one and done out of the playoffs, seems like every year or, every other year whenever he gets in the playoffs, but it might be time for a new voice, right? If I'm a Steelers fan at this point, I'm appreciating what he did for this team and this city and all that good stuff. But I think the time is up. If I'm a Steelers fan, and it sucks because I do still think he's a good coach, but you got to eventually get a new voice, a new outlook. And I feel like that, like same goes for McDermott. If McDermott can't get the job done, golly, man, the Bills have to eventually move on. They have to. You cannot keep doing the same thing, guys, and expecting different results, especially when you're in year 9, year 10, year 11. I mean, this guy's going on, I don't even know how many years he's been there. Been there a long fucking time, right? And it's been a while, right, since they've been back to Super Bowl. He only had that one, right? So, yeah, like maybe it's time, right? And he'll get hired somewhere very fast, right? It's not like he's an old coach and he's going to go and just, go off in the sunset, right? He's not 90 years old. He's not Pete Carroll, right? Like, he's young enough. He'll find a job pretty quick. Somebody will hire him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time. If I'm a Steelers fan, I'm thanking him, and I'm hoping they move on. You know, but we'll see. I don't think they will, though. No, they will. So your eyelids open. I don't know what you're talking about there. Man, good games coming out this weekend. They are 100%. I seen that story. Oh, okay, bad. You're talking about with the girlfriend. Yeah, very simple. Don't be in that. Yep. No, that chick plan. No, but she might have planned it at the time, but your mind has to be in a certain place. You get what I'm saying? I think you're right. I think she did plan it because she was speeding right down the street or something the night before they caught her. So maybe she did, but my point is she's still, right? Her mind was in a different spot. You know what I mean? Like, and it happens all the time. Like, people, you know, they lose it, right? Like, the driver who got mad with, remember, you guys saw it with, like, there was construction and he was like a pickup truck. And he freaked out, and he put the car in drive and just started plowing through a parade. You guys remember that? And he was like, they called him because he had like a camera, like a dash cam or something. And he was freaking out. Like, he lost his mind. And he was like literally trying to run people over because they were doing some parade. And he was super upset that he was, you know, stuck in traffic. He lost his mind at the time. You know what I mean? I don't know that guy. That guy, maybe he was a good guy. I don't know. But at that moment, he lost his mind. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't thinking right. But he's in prison now. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I mean, you gotta do the right thing, man. You know, you gotta be careful too out there, man. You don't have to apologize. We're not babies. Believe what you want. I know. I'm not calling you guys babies. Nothing to do with being babies. I just don't want to offend anybody. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the reason for this show. This show, you guys know me, right? Everybody knows me on this podcast. I love to have fun, man. I love to laugh. I love to kick it with you guys. This is a different type of Bills podcast, right? Like, I am not locked on Bills, right? I'm not fucking Cover One or anyone. I like to have fun and laugh with Mikey. We're not X's and O's. We're here chopping it up with you guys, having fun, man. Like, life should be about having fun, dude. Like, honestly, like, you know what I mean? And of course we talk at Bills and, you know, I'll give you my opinion. Sometimes we get a little off the rails. We'll have some debates here. But dude, man, like, life should be about having a good time and living it up to the fullest, man. We're not promised tomorrow, guys. We're not, right? You know, there's people that pass away, unfortunately, very young in their sleep. Like, when it's your time, it's your time. You just never know, right? Like, so while I'm here, I'm going to live it to the best I can and be as happy as I can be, right? I'm going to live my life how I want to live my life. And I want people to do that the same with you guys. Like, I want you guys to feel the same way, right? Like not everyone's going to agree with your lifestyle, but whatever. Who gives a fuck, right? You only got one life, right? So whatever it is to make you happy, go and do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm weird. I got weird, like, thinking. Like, I you know, there's people that are workaholics and they you know, they work 80 hours a week and, you know, that's all they do, right? And they don't, you know, they work on holidays and shit. Like, for me, I'll be honest with you guys, I fucking hate it. Like, give me the least amount of days I can work, just enough to cover my bills. I live check to check, guys, but I rather live check to check and have all this time to do the things I want to do, right? And what I want to do is not that crazy, guys. I like watching movies at home and watching sports and being here with my dog, right? Like, I'm simple, but that's me. It's like the world I created, right? I don't want a girlfriend. I don't want a wife, right? Like, I created my own space, right? My own world. and I'm super happy, right? And when my time is up, it's up. But I don't want to be the guy where I'm just working all these hours and that's all I'm doing, and and I don't have any time for myself to enjoy. Just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to live life like that. That's just but that's me, guys. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's different. I'm not gonna hate on anyone that wants to work 80 hours. That's on you. But my belief is just, I don't feel like, man was created to just fucking go to work, right? And pay bills, right? Like, is this what we're here for? Like, that's it? No, man. You know what I mean? We don't have a lot of time here. You're not promised tomorrow, right? So enjoy it. Enjoy every minute you have here. And I don't want to be enjoying, working my ass off 100 hours a week, right? Or dating somebody that's bringing me down, right? Not doing the things I want to do because I have a girlfriend that wants to do something I don't want to do. I'm selfish. I'll admit that, guy. I'm selfish. But there's nothing wrong with that. Admit it. Right? And I think a lot of men and a lot of girls, whatever, are afraid to tell people how they feel. Right? They just go with the flow. Like, fuck that, dude. Like, I used to do that when I was younger. Do things I didn't want to do because I wanted a girlfriend. I didn't want to break up with a girlfriend. Like, fuck that, dude. I'm going to do a podcast because I want to fucking do a podcast. I'm going to watch movies all fucking day because I want to watch movies all fucking day. I don't want anybody giving me the side eye, giving me the guilt trip, right? I don't want to have to go to I don't want my job calling me to work fucking 90 hours, right? This is it. So, damn, I just went on a whole nother rant. Jesus. You see what you guys do to me, man? But he is a good dude. I like Renaissance, man. Man, I am just going all over the place tonight. I am just really off the rails, man. You guys, you got to save me, man. You got to. Oh my God, dude. Curtis Samuel can give you one good game. Maybe. I am nervous, but never paid attention to the national media. We got J17. Abso-fucking-lutely. I hope the Texans take care of the Patriots. I think they will. I'm going to be honest with you. I from what I saw from the Patriots offense against the Chargers, boy, if the Chargers gave the Patriots fits through 3.5 quarters or whatever that was, about 3 quarters, boy, the Texans are a different animal, bro. Different animal, bro. They better have a fucking game plan versus them, bro. I'm a little upset that they put the Bills-Broncos in a 4:30 time. Oh, did they? They finally made it official? 4:30? So it's 4:30 Saturday? Let me, thank you so much, man, for giving me that. So, yeah, 4:30. I appreciate that, man. So, yeah. By the way, the scheduling, bullshit. Like, the NFL's so fucking dumb, dude. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, you're like a little, like, be fair with the scheduling, with team rest and stuff like that. Like, I don't get what the NFL does. Like, why are you having a Monday night game anyways? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? And now you're having the Texans play on a short week versus, you know what I mean? You're giving an extra day rest to the Patriots, and the Texans have to travel. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand that. Scheduling. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't. I don't get what the NFL's doing there. Jaguars were the hardest test this season. It will help us go deeper in the playoffs. Yeah, dude, we are definitely battle tested. 100%. I hate 4:30 games. I'm old. That's nap time. Dude, look, man. For me, I don't give a fuck what time the game is on. I am hooked on the Buffalo Bills, man. I will watch it if it's 3 in the goddamn morning. Like, I ain't missing the game, bro. But I get your point. I understand. And by the way, I never used to take naps, and now I do. Like, that's when you know you're getting old, when you have to take naps, and you like it. You actually like it. Like, I like nap time. I'm like, you know, and I tell my baby over here, and she knows when I say it's nappy poo time. Nappy poo time means it's time for nappy poo time. And that's puppy talk, right? And she knows it, right? When it's around 1 o'clock, we take our nappy poo, and then and then I got to get up at 4:45 and get ready for work. I work Tuesday through Thursday, and I do 12-hour shifts. So I work, if you guys that don't know, I do on-site security. Very easy job. I basically sit in my car all night long and watch TV for 12 hours from 6 to 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So they're long days, but there's only 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights, and I got, 4 days off. So, it sucks in a way because they're long nights, but I get it over with, and then I got the whole weekend, bro. I got the whole weekend, 4 straight days off. So, but yeah, we take nappy poos. We take nappy poos because I need them before I go to work. Hey, Tommy, I love your join-ins on Dan Mitchell's podcast. You have a new subscriber here. Be good, do good. God bless, go Bills. Hey, thank you so much, Thomas Robbins. I appreciate it. I'm sorry if I got to the chat late, bro. I'm by myself tonight. Normally, I have Mikey, my co-host, and he handles the chat. But tonight, I had to go solo because Mikey was tied up at work. And sometimes that happens. But as you guys could see, I have no problem going solo. I talk and talk and talk and talk. And we got derailed tonight. We got derailed on a couple subjects that were not Buffalo Bills. It wasn't Buffalo Bills talk. But that's okay, right? That's okay. That's what we do here. I'm glad that we got that. We got through that conversation, and everybody was still cool, and we had a good talk, and I'm glad the chat. We're all cool with each other too, man. I appreciate you guys. You guys know, man, I wouldn't be here without you guys, man. Honestly, you guys really have helped this channel grow. By the way, I hit 6,200 subscribers, which is wild to me. When I started this channel, obviously you start off with 0, right? And I remember when I first got my 100 subs, I'm like, oh my God, 100 people. Wow, I got 10 views. I was like, wow, like 10 people watch me, like some fucking guy you never heard of in your life talk about Buffalo Bills. Like, I was so excited. And then I got 500 subscribers. I'm like, whoa, watch out. And bro, here we are today, man. I started this in 2020. And the channel has grown, and obviously, I thank you guys. I thank my co-host Mikey, who obviously helped this journey, helped me, with this journey. But thank you guys so much, man, and thank you to the new subscribers, as well. So thank you, because I'd be here talking to myself, and I probably wouldn't have lasted as long as I did if nobody was here. I would just be talking to myself, which I probably wind up. I actually do. I actually talk to myself at times. So maybe I would still be here. I don't know. Tommy, you are the least offensive person on the internet. Thank you. Tommy, who's your favorite Bills player besides Josh? You're talking about on the current team or ever? Obviously, ever. It's Eric Moles. Eric Moulds is my favorite player of all time for the Buffalo Bills. But if you're talking current, obviously Josh Allen is my favorite player. But outside of that, on the current team, I would say, God, that's a great fucking question, man. Who would be my favorite player? Because I do like majority of the players. Man, that's a great question. Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one, dude. That is a really tough question. God. Man, dude, that's tough, dude. Honestly, boy, oh boy, bro, you got me. I like all of I like the majority of our players, but I don't know if I have a second favorite player, dude. Yeah, bro. I can't answer that. I don't know. I don't think I have one. I really don't. I would say, you know what's crazy? It was probably Motor Singletary when he was here. Y'all know I like Devin Singletary, but he's not here. So, and Stephon Diggs I liked a lot too. But he, you know, even when Diggs was here, I wouldn't consider him, even if he was still on the team, my second favorite player. So, man, I don't have one. I don't. I like all of our players. I just, you know, for the most part, but yeah, no, it's just Josh Allen, man. Just Josh Allen. It's true. Tommy Spitting Truths, man. Deep fucking show tonight. Thank you so much, man. I'm sure, like I said, I hope I didn't lose anybody tonight, or anybody that's new that was like, what the fuck is this guy? I thought I was watching Buffalo Bills talk. He's talking about not having a girlfriend and watching movies for 10 hours. What the fuck is going on? Tommy, like, it's really hard to get you on a rant. Tommy, it's okay. It's a podcast from Mommy's basement. Yeah, it's Mom, give me some chocolate milk. I said chocolate milk. Yeah, no, bro. I've been out of Mommy's basement for a long time. I've had a crazy life, guys. Like, I tried to do another channel a long time ago. It was called My Mental Journey. It was MMJ podcast. It's up if you guys ever want to check it out. But, and I may go back to it one day, but it was really just, I've been through a lot. And now listen, I'm not saying you guys haven't either. Everybody has their story to tell. But boy, I've had a long journey, guys. You know, in life so far. And I'm not young, but you know, 47, you know, I still got a little bit more to go. But it's been a wild ride for me, man. It's been a wild ride. So, yeah, no, Mommy's basement. I've been out of my house since I was 17, man. I've been, you know, I did some wrong. I made some poor decisions in life, man. I'm not afraid to admit that. I left a little early. Thought I knew it all, and I thought I knew life at that time, and I thought it was easy to make it on your own, and yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong, and I made a lot of poor decisions, man, guys. I made a lot of poor decisions, and I'm paying for them today. Put it that way. So, poor decisions. You know, young person that I was, thought I knew it all. My mom was a single parent. She had no control over me. My mom wasn't perfect. My mom made a lot of mistakes as a parent. Rest in peace, by the way. My mom, if you guys don't know, she passed away. Passed away last year, very young. Alcoholic. She died from being an alcoholic, by the way. I didn't speak to my mom for the last 20 years. So yeah, it was a rocky childhood, and I don't blame her. She did her best she can, but yeah, dude, I definitely not my mommy's basement. I've been out on my own for a long time, man. You know, and I'm paying the cost today, but that's okay. That's okay. I found my way, and you know, I found who I am and what I want to be, and how I want to live life, and it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's see here. Matt says, is your answer why I'm here? It's awesome. Thanks, man. Same here. I even like to call some of them. Spin. Yeah, dude, all you got to do is trigger me. Something, you know, it just takes one little thing, and I'm down a different rabbit hole, man. Right? Like, I'm just like, whoa, okay, let me go down there, man. Let's talk about that. Yeah, I didn't realize that the schedule is fucked up. It is, Callie, totally fucked up. Like, I don't get what they're doing. Naps are dope, dude, aren't they? Aren't they the fucking best? And by the way, I am so hooked when I take a nap, or not even nap, when I go to bed in general, I have a sound machine. I don't know if you guys have these. Dude, we're like, and I have that shit on blast where it's like rain and thunder. Bro, that just like, it gets me out of it. Like, it puts me in like a trance. And dude, I sleep like a rock, bro. Like, I love it. You know, my dog's just like, like, dude, right when that sound goes on, bro, she knows what time it is. She's under the covers. I'm under the covers. And we are just, bro, I'm knocked out in minutes, man. I love it. I love that they came out with that because I used to love as a kid when it rained and thunder. Like, I would fall asleep like this. And when I found out they had sound machines, oh, dude. First thing I did was get one. I cranked that motherfucker up, boy. Bro, I used to have girls over, sleep over, girlfriends, and they would hate it. And I would say, I can't sleep without it. I mean, I'm not turning it off, so you can either sleep on the couch or you're going to have to deal with it. But I always told them, I swear to you, eventually you'll grow to love it. And they usually do, right? They usually do. And if they don't, listen, I had some comfortable couches. All right? I told you I'm selfish. I'm selfish. Damn, 12 hours? Yeah, dude. Fucking 12 hours of misery. But, you know, it's not so bad, Callie. I just, I literally watch TV all night. So, and that's what I do at home anyways. The only bad part is I'm in my fucking car. It's not the most comfortable 12 hours sitting in a car seat. You get what I'm saying? Like, dude, if I had like a conversion van or something, you know, a bucket seat, you know, like a captain's chair, oh, dude, I would be in heaven, right? I would definitely have no problem sitting in the car all night if I had like a captain chair. But no, I'm sitting in a regular car seat, and yeah, eventually it doesn't get so comfortable. Right? Damn, I need one of those jobs, just sitting in the car. Binging Dexter, dude. I'm telling you, like, when I found out about this job, I'm like, sign me up, because my buddy, I used to work for my good friend of mine for years. I worked at home, and that's the reason why, guys, I moved to Detroit, because it was really cheap here to rent. I actually rent a house here, a 2-bedroom home. It's not the biggest. It's like I don't know, 1,000 square feet or something, whatever it is. But I have a finished basement, 2-bedroom. It's perfect for me, right? In a decent area. You guys know what I pay? I pay $825 a month. Dude, people are renting rooms in some areas for like $700, $800 a month. You know what I mean? Like, I would never be able to afford a place in a house, right, for that in Florida. Forget about it. So I moved here because it was cheap and I could work from home. And I was doing good. I was really, really good. I was doing sales for a company in Florida that me and my buddy actually started. It was basically like a rent-a-center. It was called Simple to Own. And we would basically finance, you know, computers and TVs and PlayStations and bed sets, whatever you needed, scooters. And I got commission. I made really good money. But then obviously COVID hit, and then stores closed, and I had to get a new job, right? Unfortunately. And my buddy told me, hey, man, I have this job. You know, I could try to get you in. It's on-site security. All you do, you just got to stay awake for 12 hours. You just sit in your car. I said, dude, really? He's like, yeah, and you can kind of pick your nights. You just tell them what nights you're available. I'm like, I could pick my nights I want to work? What? So, yeah, dude. So I told him, I'm like, look, I can't do Fridays, I can't do Saturdays, I can't do Sundays, and I can't do Mondays. I can work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Is that cool? Yeah, we can get you on there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm like, sign me up, bro. Sign me. All I got to do is sit in the car. Yeah, if somebody's trying to hop the fence, you turn your, like we have flashers, like not sirens, but basically police lights, right? And by the way, they're illegal because we're inside on site. So if that happens, I'd hit it, and if people usually, obviously, nobody comes on the site, right? So easy peasy, love the job. That's what I do, man. Hope tomorrow can hold down the fort next week, or will Cam? I don't know. It's a good question. I'm almost thinking tomorrow, bro. I caught that you like stir the pot. Spin? Oh, spin 100%, dude. Motherfuckers need to hit that like. Yeah, hit the like. I don't know how many people are watching, but man, hit that like. I like Cole Bishop. He's pretty damn good. Oh, Callie. That's a good one. You know what? I am Callie. I'm leaning towards that. That's a great player to have. You know what? That might be, dude. Like Cole Bishop, it's funny. I really wasn't sold on him early on. Like I was like, oh man, this guy's constantly hurt. When he was on the field, he was sketchy. Bro, this year, Cole Bishop has impressed, man. Young player, aggressive, smart, in the right place, the right time. Yeah, dude. Like I'm overly impressed on what we gotten out of Cole Bishop. And that's winding up being a very, very good pick. And he's a young player. He's only going to get better. So, dude, Callie, 100%, dude. Yeah, Cole Bishop, dude. Tommy would have sworn Motor was your favorite of all time. No, I like to joke around I like to joke around a lot with Post Podium. It's kind of like an inside joke now about Motor. But I also really truly believe Motor got a lot of heat that he shouldn't have had. He's not a bad player, guys. He's really not. Was he a James Cook? Obviously not, right? But, for a third round pick, dude, guys, I think he got 850 yards twice for this team. He actually had averaged 5.5 per carry his rookie season, which was tied for the best rookie as far as running back goes. So he wasn't awful, you know what I mean? But he wasn't, he didn't have that speed like James Cook, right? He didn't have the same vision as James Cook, right? But he had good traits, right? It just, it is what it is, man. McDummy, we're back. Let's get on the McDummy talk. Good shit, man. Seriously. Hey, thank you so much, Edward. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody, honestly, tonight. Thank you so much. I've been on here 2 hours and 15 minutes, man. Just talking about, I have no idea anymore what the fuck I talked about. 47, you're a baby. Yeah, I know. But look, I feel young at heart, but I know the reality of it. And once again, guys, the way I told you guys, I have ways of thinking that everybody may not agree on, but I don't go to the doctors. I haven't been in doctors since I was, I don't know, fucking, a teenager when I lived with my mom. I don't believe in dude, I know it's a shitty thing to say. My boss, my old boss, my friend, he'd always get mad at me for saying that. Like, dude, you got to go to the doctor. You don't know if you got diabetes. You don't know what's wrong with you. Your blood sugar could be so high. I said, dude, I don't. Look, man. Look, if I'm feeling that bad, I'll go to the hospital, which it's happened a couple times. I had to get my gallbladder taken out once. Outside of that, guys, I barely ever get sick. I don't. And it's weird because I'm way out of shape. Right? This is the fattest I've ever been. It's funny because you guys know me now. But if you go back to 2020, you'll see, and even then I was still overweight, but I wasn't fat. But this goes back to me, what I was telling you guys. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do what I want to do. Right? If I want to eat a fucking deep dish pizza, I'm going to do it. If I want to drink fucking soda all day long, I will drink soda all day. You know what I mean? Like, that's me. Now, I'm not saying it's the right thing, but that's what I want to do. Right? And if I die young because I ate like shit and I drank sugary soda, okay. Right? Whatever. Like, I had fun doing it. How about that? Right? So I don't know. And I also don't want to live super old. I really don't. My grandpa is 90 years old. He's still driving. He's in better shape than me. Okay? He drove from Florida to Michigan recently, came down here and visited with my aunt and uncle. They were out here in Michigan visiting other family. They stopped, saw me. Dude, my grandpa, 90 years old, drove. He's still driving fast, right? He's like in shape. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, I won't even make it till 90. And two, if I did, ain't no fucking way I'm even making it to my front door. No, like driving still, right? Like, it's amazing. I'm amazed that the dude is still driving. Like, what the fuck? Ain't no way, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, it was, it's one of those things, guys, like, it's coming. You're prepared for it in a way. It's still difficult and was tough at the time, but when you know something's bound to happen, or you're preparing yourself, or that call's going to come, it hurt. It was, but I think because I was prepared, it didn't last. It's hard to explain, but the pain wasn't long lasting. Like I understood that was possible, I guess you could say, right? Or it was coming. It is what it is, bro. Tommy, what does Cook need to do to you to consider? Nah, he's dynamic, bro. That's it. Spin. I was wrong. I eat crow on this all the time, by the way, guys. I was wrong about James Cook. I knew James Cook was a good running back. I needed to see more from him. I needed to see another year. And boy, did he give me another year. He gave me another year and some. So, yeah, dude, I was wrong. It was a great signing. Thank you. I'm glad that I was not the GM. It wasn't my call, because I would not have given him an extension. So I told you guys, I'll eat crow when I'm wrong. 100%. I have no problem letting you guys know when I'm wrong. And I was wrong. Who needs a gallbladder, Tommy? Not Tommy. No, yeah. Bro, that was the most painful shit ever, by the way. Most painful thing ever. And, I guess I'll close it out like this, because we're 2 hours and 15 minutes in. To tell you how that happened, because I'm such a fat ass. So, at the time, I was living in Florida. I was dating this girl who worked at a doctor's office. And her doctor would take everyone out at Christmas Eve. It was the day before Christmas Eve. Would take everybody out that night. Would take the people that work for him and their significant other, right? Whether it be boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife, right? So we go to this place called Bo Campers. It's not open anymore, but it was a huge sports bar or sports restaurant, but it was huge in Florida. And we got there, and the thing was, you can order anything he's paying. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want on the menu. Right? So we get there. I'm going through the menu, and I see it. It says Burger Challenge. So I go, wait a minute. And I'm so cocky at the time, and I'm like, dude, I can eat this fucking burger. And it was $50. But if you eat it all, and I think it was like an 8-pound burger, something crazy, you get your picture on the wall. And at that time, there was only like 2 people that ever did it, right? And this place has been open for like, I don't know, at that time, like, I don't know, 8 years or whatever. It's been open a while. But I'm like, dude, I'm going to do it. And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, so the waiter was like, bro, this takes like an hour to cook. Like your meal's going to come out, like, they're going to be done. You sure? And I'm like, yeah. So, bro, they bring out this fucking burger. It's huge. Bro, the bun was like a loaf of fucking bread. It was gigantic. That's what she said. Anyways, and dude, so these fucking idiots don't tell you. So you got an hour to eat it. You got 1 hour. They don't tell you that the fucking burger is piping hot. Bro, guys, fucking piping hot. You ever ate a burger that just came out of the goddamn out of the kitchen? Burns the fucking shit out of your mouth? Imagine a fucking 8-pound burger. So my plan was to take the bread off and eat the burger first and then eat the bread last. Bro, I dove into that fucking meat, bro, and I burnt the fuck out of my mouth. I mean, dude, my mouth was fucking gone, dude. Right? So I'm already in pain. Right? And I'm fucking eating this burger. I eat it all the burger. And dude, guys, I was fucking done. I look over and I still got all the bread left. And I said, I can't, there's no way. I'm fucking done. My mouth is fucking burnt. I'm full. There's no way I'll be able to eat this. So I tapped out. I didn't even, so basically $50 burger, right? I made everybody wait. Oh, and they played Rocky music. So they made a big deal out of it. So when they bring in this burger, right, it's like on this huge plate. And they play Rocky music, and all the TVs, they have all these TVs in the bar. They all go to me. I'm on the fucking screen. Big fat ass. They're bringing this fucking burger to me. And it's... So, yeah, I didn't complete the burger challenge, right? So the next day, I go to work on Christmas Eve. I had to work half day. And my stomach is, like, bothering me. I'm like, ugh. All right, maybe I got to go to the bathroom. I don't know. You know how that is. So I go to my girlfriend's parents' house for Christmas Eve dinner. And, dude, guys, I couldn't go to the bathroom. I'm trying. Now I'm starting to sweat. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm fucking in pain. My girlfriend's like, you want to eat? I'm like, I don't want to eat nothing. I'm in fucking pain. So, bro, I hate hospitals. I hate doctors. And I'm like, she's like, we got to I'm like, no, I ain't going. Finally, guys, Christmas morning. Bro, I'm in such pain. I felt like I was going to fucking die. So I told my girlfriend, I'm like, I can't do it. You got to take me to the hospital. So I get there, and they were trying to make me, like, fill out paperwork. And I'm like, bro, there's, like, a whole bunch of people in the waiting room. I said, bro, I'm not fucking... you think I'm fucking dying here. So I threw myself on the floor, yelled, bro, I'm dying. And they finally took me in, and they gave me a shot, made me feel better. And it winded up, they couldn't find my gallbladder. They could not find it. They searched. They put me through a scan thing twice and said, look, we can't, it's so fucked up, we can't find it. We're going to have to take it out. So I said, I don't give a fuck what you got. Take that fuck. Do I need it? Do I really need it? No? Okay, then fuck. I take it out. So that's a story. And I'm sure the burger challenge did not help my gallbladder, because I'm sure it was already clogged up or whatever the fuck was going on. And I think when I had the burger, all the grease and whatever the fuck happened, I think yeah, that was a wrap. So that's the story. I gave you guys a good story time there. Yeah, very painful. It was, bro. It felt like somebody was stabbing me with a fucking knife, dude. Right? Like I'm not joking. Like, if you had to, bro, it felt like somebody was like taking a knife and just sticking it in the side. I'm like, dude, that shit was the worst feeling ever. I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. You know what? I would say the only other worst pain I've had is in my mouth for my teeth. When you get like really bad, like something going on with your teeth, that is the most painful shit ever. Like that, I don't wish upon anyone. I think they also say that, like, you have the most nerves in your mouth, like in your teeth. Like, that shit is the fucking worst. I just pull I have like hardly no teeth, guys. Like, I'm missing teeth all over, and I still got to get teeth pulled out. Like, I got my front's still straight, but bottoms, bro, they're all fucked up, bro. And that's on me, drinking all that sugar. But anyways, guys, I've been on here way too long, 2 hours and 25 minutes. Dude, I had a great time with you guys tonight. I really did. I know, like, once again, I know it got derailed a little bit. But dude, it was awesome. I appreciate you guys sticking around. And for those who are watching at a later time, I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity as well. And I hope you guys like, subscribe, and once again, hit that notification bell. It will let you know when I am going live. More than likely tomorrow at 8 o'clock, Mafia Talk on this channel will be on. That's Jay and Big Cuz. Give them an opportunity, please, man. Show them some love. They go live at 8. And then me and Mikey return on Friday Night Lights at 8:30. All right, you don't want to miss that. We will be going more detailed into the Denver Broncos game. I know I didn't get into it too much tonight. because I kind of wanted to, normally we kind of do that on Fridays anyways, and Mikey wasn't here, and I know it got derailed a little bit with the other stuff. So, great podcast tonight. Thanks, Go Bills. Hey, thank you, Matt. I appreciate you watching me tonight as well. So, anyways, we'll be back. Me and Mikey will be back Friday at 8:30. So, let's see here. Steve Lynn coming in real late. Watching Houston tonight made me wonder what happens when defense plays man press versus all Bills. All the completed passes versus Jags was against zone. That is correct, Steve. 100%. So, you caught me at the very end, bro. I was just about to go. But, look, I was talking about earlier, the only way you could beat a team like Houston, to be honest with you, or not beat a team, but have success against their defense, for me, is you got to go up-tempo. You got to show different looks. You have to take some chances against a team like that. You cannot continue to play with the same game plan that we had the last time, which is these slow, methodical drives, everything short underneath, run. It's not going to work. You have to show different looks. You have to go up tempo. You have to keep their defense double guessing. You also have to get their defense tired, right? Which means you have to go up tempo, eliminate substitutions, right? That's the only way for me is how you beat that defense. But look, we're not to that point, Steve. We got to get through Denver, right? Got to get through Denver first. We'll worry about that down the road, right? One game at a time, right? Let's handle business first. Before we get even into that talk. And we don't even know yet if Houston's going to get past New England. I think they do, but we'll see. You never know. I think that game will be close because you see Houston's offense is not good. Like that's the one thing that is going against them, right? Their offense is very shaky, but because their defense is pretty much elite, we can call it elite at this point. They give their offense so many opportunities. And tonight, look, I think they have 14 points on defense alone. So, that's a tough team. So we'll see what happens. But that, I'm not going to get into it because we're not even to that point. So, anyways, guys, let's get to the rest of your comments and I'm out of here. Badass says, great time tonight. Go Bills. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Renaissance. Hey, I appreciate you sticking around too, man, giving me opportunity tonight. Dude, much respect to everybody. Cali Bills, thank you so much. Spin, thank you so much. Edward says, awesome shit, Tommy. No worries, thank you so much. It was a great time. Mike was in the chat. Was he really? Oh shit! I didn't even talk to him. My own co-host. Oh boy. CJ Stroud looked really bad tonight. Defense won that game. He did, and absolutely. I didn't see Mikey at all, but hey, it is what it is. Sorry, Mikey. Should have been here. Should have been here. Anyways, guys, I'm out here. 2 hours and 30 minutes, man. It's been a long podcast by myself, but it is what it is, man. I usually go, I can go solo. I started solo. But Mikey, I miss you, man. We need to have you. We need to get you back here, and you will be back Friday night. So Friday night, 8:30, me and Mikey will return. Bills Mafia, I got to go to bed. I got to take this little one outside real quick. And, dude, I'm done. I'm done. 2 hours and a half time. So, I love you, man, guys. I'm out of here, man. Go Bills, man. Peace out, Tommy. Yo, peace out, man. Be good. And as always, go Bills, man. I'm out of here. Peace.
Just